We've got time for just 2 more questions.
Hi, Corinne Wilkins from News International. You mentioned earlier about sort of clients being risk adverse. Do you ever feel that any of your ideas or creativity are actually compromised by obviously clients playing it safe?
All the time. I mean, the most important intervention that I find myself doing is removing an idea from the table because it's been beaten up, or death by a thousand cuts. Well, could we just have, or maybe if we just, and it'd be really good if we could do, 4 or 5 rounds of that, and it's barely, its initial intent. And most ideas, it's in the ether. It's in the nuance of it's a piece of film grammar, and it's terrible to have people assess scripts. Since when was anyone ever good at assessing scripts? Much better at assessing a piece of film. We're much more. So if you start taking away the magic, and the best way of judging that is putting scripts out to directors, and when directors, they all sort of suddenly say, "Oh, I'm a bit busy," that their job is to turn it into a piece of wonderful. In the case of film, at least, there quite often are times when the agency team are happy, the client team is happy. So I had one recently on Guinness, where I just rang up the senior client and said, "Are you loving this?" Because I'm not. I loved it then, and I'm really not loving it. I think it'd be fine, but I don't remember you saying fine. Could you do me a fine advert, please, or campaign? That was never I think we need to start again and be a little harder on ourselves with what the expectations are, because we've set too many criteria and we've just diluted it. So I don't think it's not a criticism. It's just a natural instinct, an impulse to, what about this and what about? I do it all the time, and I have to. So I get pushed back by my colleagues regularly, and just get out of the way and stop trying to, let the writers do the writing.
Hi, Sophie Maunda-Allen from VCCP. I'm interested by your 3 questions that you asked at the beginning. Do you want to experience it again? Do you want to share it? Do you want to improve it? When in the process have you found that is, and who to, is the best time to ask those questions? Does your creative brief have the end of it and it needs to be a TV ad, or do you never put anything at the end of a creative brief now, and always ask of your creatives and the rest of the people in those meetings to answer those 3 questions first and foremost, no matter what that looks like?
The latter. It's actually the only, when it comes to creative department, it's an internal thing before we present it to a client, because you get to the heart of the matter, and it's a simple one question: do I want to share it? Would anyone want to share this? Because people only share stuff that they've never seen before, and that beguiles them, fascinates them, upsets them, makes them laugh, cry, think differently, something. It's an intervention. It's cause and effect. And so if I don't want to share it, I don't want to present it. And I don't care if it's on brief. Well, I do care if it's on brief, obviously, but I don't care. It's not a good enough reason to take something to a client in an ideal world. I mean, there's loads. If only it was that simple and pure. But that is the criteria. Do I want to share it? Yes or no?